entrepreneur, what problem are you solving out here? On today's video, we have Ecuador with us. They're going to share their story with us and what they do. And something interesting is that our CEO traveled to DC here, quit his job in Kenya and went to apply for a related work. And this is what he learned, and later on came up with another idea that was going to help us as Africans. So GDC came up with ASENTI, and so as to cultivate a culture of entrepreneurship in Africa and to create a wider network for potential trade and partnership in Africa and diaspora. How cool is that? So we're going to have a conversation with him and talk with him and tell us what he does and find more about ASENTI and EcoPower. Stay tuned. Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, kindly subscribe and hit that notification bell for more and more videos. So on today's video, I'm actually due to 7 Nico overwhelmed, Nico happy because I'm meeting Calvin here, and he's going to talk with us about his entrepreneurial what he does and his journey. Kidogo tu. Yeah, and so hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine. Nice to finally get to meet you, and nice to be on your channel as well. Yeah.
So did you see, like, when did you just sit down and say, like, I need to start ASENTI, and when, where, how?
Yeah. So so ASENTI actually was started quite a while back, like 2015, and so it was inspiration from like many conferences that I used to attend abroad, and I used to go to I've been to Switzerland, I've been to the UK, I've been to the US, and it was mostly because of the entrepreneurship summits and conferences. But then I thought, let me start something that would actually more beneficial to the African continent and also just Kenya in general, and especially also focusing on youth, and also just trying to trying to see the place of young people in terms of creating job opportunities, which is very key. So that's the reason why we started. Yeah.
That's so cool. So, and before ASENTI, we had EcoPower or Eco Bags. Do you still have Eco Bags?
Yeah, EcoPower is still there. It's only that we were affected a little bit by COVID, but we should actually resume our services very soon. And so basically EcoPower is a social enterprise. So we work with some of the youth in Madari. We train them on entrepreneurship, but then also train them how to make eco-friendly bags. And so we did so well. We had quite a lot of clients, including people like Safaricom, including there's a cafe in town called Bridge Restaurant. So many organizations. And actually we also did even some bags for Kayara, which is Terry and Chebet's brand. Quite a number of organizations. So we're still there, we're still strong. We just paused a little bit, but I think we should resume very soon.
Okay, so what was the main mission and vision of EcoPower?
I think for EcoPower was number one, to be environmental conscious. So like thinking of what are some of the initiatives that actually can contribute to the environment. As you know, climate change is such a big task, and it's such a big conversation that we're having right now in terms of people going green and all that, and I think that probably that also actually is contributing to the fuel crisis that we have, because you find that most people are actually now the world is looking at going green, So that was also one of the reasons for going green. Another thing is also just to create employment for young people, because most of these young people, they work with us, and then we give them part of the money that we're able to make on EcoPower. But then also just to be able to create impact and just have young people understand the aspects of their entrepreneurship and all that kind of stuff. So that's why we started EcoPower, and we're still doing well. Thank you.
That's okay. Talking about entrepreneurship, something like iko tu ndani yako, like do you come from a background where like everyone was an entrepreneur and like ikakuja tu growing up like just want to be that a big entrepreneur and explore the world?
Yeah, I mean, I think I draw inspiration from my mother. She was actually an entrepreneur, and although not like not like the thing we do right now, because she was like just selling groceries, but she was very aggressive in what she used to do. And so for me, I think I drive my inspiration there. But then also I think being an entrepreneur, the good part of being an entrepreneur is that it always makes you creative. Like you're always thinking, okay, what can I be able to do? Can I venture into different things? I mean, even in terms of ideas and all this kind of stuff. So I think that's the reason why I pretty much into that.
How far are you as ASENTI?
No, as a Fenty, we're actually doing very well, and I think the impact has been quite huge, all over. I mean, we've been literally, if you were to go to almost all many African, let's say for 40 African countries, if you were to go to 40 African countries today, somehow somebody in that country know about ASENTI. Okay, if you go to Tanzania today, if you go to Uganda, if you go to Rwanda, if you go to Burundi, if you go to DRC, if you go to South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, you'll always find somebody who knows about it. So meaning that these are some of the people who have actually attended our conferences, they've actually networked, they know about the brand. So which means we've been able to build more like an African brand. But then not only building that, but most of the people that have come through our programs, which sometimes we also do in incubation programs and all that, they've actually also been able to learn new skills and even build like potential networks for funding and all those kind of stuff. So yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like Africa is now growing in terms of entrepreneurship, and where do you see Africa as an entrepreneurship perspective in the next like 5 years?
Yeah, so no, definitely Africa is growing. The entrepreneurship ecosystem is really growing, and there's a lot of interest in Africa in terms of investors who want to invest in terms of fintech, which is financial technology, or agri-tech, and we've seen a lot of people, a lot of startups in Kenya, for example, raise a lot of money. So if you look at Africa, despite Africa is growing, but you find that Kenya, South Africa, Nigeria and Morocco and Egypt are some of the countries that are very attractive in terms of investment, and so many people are actually pouring money there. So meaning that if you have a very aggressive idea in Kenya today, there's high chances that actually that your idea can be able to grow, and there's high chances that somehow you'll get some kind of investment or something like that. Yeah, and so in the next 5 years, I see a lot of businesses, especially digital businesses. I see a lot of I see an increase in terms of entrepreneurs. Like there's going to be so many young people getting entrepreneurship, because now you realize that formal employment it's quite hard for you to just finish school, get job like it used to be. Nowadays you really have to struggle before you get it. So then somebody's struggling, they're like, okay, let me finish school, and then the idea probably if you are studying, let's say even something like IT or maybe computer science, and then at the end of the year you wrote your project, and then you just come and say, I'm going to implement my project. So, and then you start your business around that, your project. Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel like as Africans we should most people believe that when I go abroad I'll make it in life, I'll become rich and all those stuff. Do you feel like we are wrong about that and we should change that perspective? Because Africa we have greener pastures, ni vile tu like we are heading there.
Yeah, no, I think definitely, you can look at it in two different ways. One is, as a young man, you're always looking for opportunities. So I won't tell a young man that has got an opportunity to work abroad not to go work there. I'm like, yeah, go, man, because you're going to be exposed to a new environment. You're looking for new opportunities and all this kind of stuff. So it's important that you're able to do that. but also have back in your mind that you can actually make it anywhere. You can actually make it even in your country, as long as you have the available resources and you have very good ideas as well. But because Africa is doing very well, but definitely what you need, definitely you need resources for you to be able to even have a successful business. So I think it's just important for you to take what is there that you feel is really fit for you, but also know that Africa has very good opportunities. So maybe what you can do is that, for example, if today I was to get, let's say, I get an offer, let's say in Europe, I can go work there for maybe 5 years, and then I can come back and maybe with the savings that are made and actually start a business here. Or I can alternatively come back with maybe idea that I saw in Europe that is not being implemented here, and then I come and bring it and implement it here in my country. Yeah.
As a ASENTI, I want to join ASENTI. What are some of the things I need to like?
Yeah. So, so at ASENTI, definitely we have different programs. We do have like incubation programs and training programs, but then also we have like our annual conference that usually happens every year, which is also like one of the best platforms to come and meet entrepreneurs and all that. And so if you want definitely to join ASENTI and also maybe, just get to learn more about entrepreneurship, you can always email us. Our email is info@asenti.org, or you can just visit our website, which is www.asenti.org. And you'll get more information there and reach out to us, and it'll be good.
Okay. And how do you generate income from ASENTI, you as a person?
Just as I said, we have programs that we run that definitely bring incomes, and then every year we have our conference, which definitely we also look for sponsors, partners that come on board. So basically, that's how we generate our money.
Okay. So me as an entrepreneur, how am I going to benefit from ASENTI?
So you can benefit in many ways. So what I said, number one, you can benefit from our training programs. With some of our programs are free, some of them are paid, so you can benefit from that. You can also benefit by coming to our conference every year, which we host in different countries. Although this year we are actually hosting it in Kenya. It's going to be November 10th and 11th. In Nairobi. So when you come to our conferences, then you're able to meet different people, you're able to connect with entrepreneurs, and even potential investors. So it's always a very good kind of platform to be able to meet different people. Yeah.
Okay, as me as a young entrepreneur, I'm looking for an investor who is going to invest in my company. And at what stage should I now welcome investors into my company? And
yeah, so I think for investment, I think it depends with whatever you have. So if it's a very nice idea and because investors are always looking for opportunities. So I can have an idea and then maybe I share with a friend who's an investor and they see the idea is really nice. They can actually invest from idea stage. Okay. But those are very exceptional scenarios. But the main scenario is always somebody's looking for a prototype. Somebody's looking at a business already there. Like if let's say you're selling maybe honey, I want to see the honey packed, branded, and you're selling it. For me now to come and say, I'm going to give you maybe $500,000 for you to invest in this honey, and you'll give me maybe back my money, or maybe I'm going to take like equity in that company. Yeah.
As young entrepreneurs, how I come to you as Kelvin and I tell you this is what I do and these are my this is what I've earned so far. I'm looking for an investor. Can you help me or mentor me on how to find these investors? Or nakuja tu nambe niko na mtu.
Definitely. If you approach me with it, depends on the idea. So I can be able to look at the idea, and then I probably look at my network and see, do we have somebody who might be interested in this? And then I go ahead and introduce you to them. But then maybe what even I can do more is just help you maybe shape that, if it's pitch deck or like your proposal, just be able to fine tune it, just be able to be more attractive. So that's also one thing I can help as well.
Okay, so even mentorship you can.
Yeah, definitely mentorship and just helping you like position yourself so that when you have an investor ready, then you can actually be able to do it very well.
Okay, ASENTI now is say it's all over Africa. What are some of the challenges that you face as ASENTI?
As a scientist. Yeah, so I think, definitely we face, quite a number of challenges. I mean, we've not been able to like do all the programs we want to do because sometimes, some of these programs need resources. So that's one of the challenges that we face. We'd love to do like more programs, let's say it's in fintech training, in maybe in agribusiness. Like we'd love to do as many as possible, but sometimes you find that we actually not able to do that. And so that's number one challenge. I think also number two challenge also just the normal event scenario where sometimes there's quite the competition is quite high, and so there's even getting sponsors, adequate sponsors sometimes is a challenge. And so those are some of the things that we face. And yes, I said those are like the two main things that we actually sometimes face.
Okay, and when did you like feel like okay, ASENTI is your like to me it's a thing, but kuna tu ile moment and you feel like wow, I've done something like I enyewe mimi ama hivyo.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
To highlight.
no, I've had those moments, and especially those moments came in through COVID. 2020 and 2019, when I actually got like partners that I didn't even expect that I would work with them, and so it just made me realize that actually people appreciate what I do, and so for me I think those were my key moments. But I think for me is when I walk, like when I'm on the street and you meet somebody like, oh, by that I was able to attend your conference, was very helpful. When you go to another country and they're like, oh yeah, I know about ASENTI and all that. Also, you're the founder, all those things. I think for me, those are some of the moments that I really, really like.
If we have someone like you meet someone today who has a vision and share it with you and wants you maybe to like help in one way or another in that way, like how will you like maybe he wants is a techpreneur and wants you to help in that area, like in a scale of 1 to 10, how far can you work with that person?
No, definitely. I think it depends with what they want. No, I think I can always definitely work with them throughout like up to a scale of 10, but it just depends with what they want to do. For example, if you talk about tech is so wide. Like it's everything. Actually, everything is tech. Everything that we see in this life is the general technology. So let's then agribusiness. Then how do you approach that? Let's say they're in fintech. Then how do you approach that? So I think basically I can be able to help them through that. Yeah.
For free?
Definitely they would pay. It depends. No, it depends with who they are. If they can pay, then definitely I'll charge them. But if it's something that they want pro bono, it now depends with my availability and their availability and their flexibility. I mean, we're always willing to help.
Okay. How do you get in touch with these all entrepreneurs and CEOs?
Yeah, I mean, for us, I think because of the brand that we built over the years. So every year we interact with them through like our conference, so they sign up. So which means we easily get the data. But then also even our other partnerships. Like we always have like other partnerships that we bring on board. So yeah.
Your last words. Talk to a younger entrepreneur out there. We're like hustle, believe, and everything.
Yeah, so I think my last word for the viewers, number one, please subscribe to her channel. That is the most important thing, because she's bringing all this conversation every time. So I think it's something that is beneficial to all of us. So please subscribe. Number two is, I mean, whatever you want to create, just believe in yourself. You don't have to worry about like, oh, I don't have money to do this, but as long as you believe in whatever thing you're creating, then actually you'll be able to make it big. So I think that's the most important thing that an entrepreneur should think. It's more like, being solution oriented. So whatever challenge you have, whatever product you want to create, just go ahead, create it, and as you put consistency, then everything will actually go well.
Yeah, and that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed our video. Yeah, okay. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed our video. And if you did, kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. Till next time. Bye bye.
Thank you.